Okay. We have a model year 2016 Toyota Hilux. Just a minute. It's a Toyota Hilux Revo, I think. 2016 model year, which means it's less than 2 years old, but it has been handled very roughly. Very roughly. Anyway, the complaint with it right now is it came in while I was out of the country a few days ago. Apparently there is a problem with the injectors. They've been taken out for servicing, and also there is a complaint for the accelerator pedal position. I don't know how the previous garage came to the conclusion, but the vehicle arrived on the back of a tow truck, and the accelerator pedal position was already disassembled from the vehicle. I can still plug in. I saw the socket. I can very easily plug it back in, but I think the first thing I'm going to do, this thing has a 2GD FTV engine. The vehicle itself is quite new, less than 2 years old, but I think it works on a construction site. It's really a mess. It's dirty everywhere. It's been mishandled, to say the least. So my first step on this is going to be to put the scan tool on it and see what's up. I know I expect fault codes related to the injectors, all of them, because they've been taken off the vehicle, and this, and then find whatever else I can find. I'm not sure. Some of the faults that came with the vehicle will be seen just by scanning through codes, because when I came on to check on this vehicle 30 minutes ago, I found the battery was disconnected. It was actually in the back seat. I took it to the charging station and then discovered it had a hole in the bottom. So the battery is no good. I had to find another battery to install on the vehicle to enable me to do what I want to do now. This is my latest scan tool. Key on. I'm using my phone to shoot this video, and it has this lamp on. Actually, that's what I wanted to turn off before, but I'm a bit my hands are dirty. That's why I'm wearing these gloves. I had to wear these gloves because I was dealing with a dirty battery terminals. So this is a Toyota. This is my latest scan tool. It's an Autel Maxcom. I want to see if it can identify the vehicle automatically, if it can read the VIN. Yes, it has. So I want to go in diagnosis, auto scan. I want to check all the scan tools, rather the computers in the vehicle. This scan tool is very fast. I don't know if you can see how quickly it is going through all the modules on the vehicle, and it's done. It's done. The roll call, four-wheel drive doesn't have a problem. Immobilizer doesn't have a problem, but there is a problem with the instrument cluster. It has one fault. Airbag, and I can see the airbag light is on. Airbag has 4 lights. ABS has one fault. Airbag has 4 faults, not lights. ABS has one fault, and the engine and gearbox should have 4 faults. But this is a manual transmission, so the powertrain control module on this vehicle will control only the engine and not the transmission. So I want to store this report. Okay, this is I want to save this registration. I want to save the file as the registration number, so I have to find that out. This is a Toyota Hilux. Hilux 2016. So I've saved the codes. Now I can go and read them in more detail. Let me go for the engine first. Go back one step. Okay. So throttle pedal position sensor, it has a fault code for the throttle position pedal position sensor. Which is out of the vehicle. It repeats this code 3 times. I don't know why, but okay, it says current, pending, and in history. So this problem has been there, it is still there, and it's still monitoring it. And then it says cylinder 4 glow plug circuit open. Okay, that's an interesting thing, but I'm here for the accelerator pedal to verify whether the accelerator pedal position sensor is okay. So I want to see the freeze frame data. When it saved this last time, it saved this code. It set this code, what was going on. I can see the mass airflow is reading 0, so the engine certainly wasn't running. That could have been this particular ignition on event that I'm working with. The map sensor was reading 71, which is a bit too low for our... Oh, okay. The map is not matching the atmospheric pressure. That worries me. With the engine not running, these should be equal. The map pressure and the map signal and the atmospheric pressure should be equal. So that is telling me this is what I expect. Locally, this is our atmospheric pressure, 88 kPa. I would expect the map sensor before the engine runs. I would expect it to read the same. Coolant temperature is reading 25, but the intake air temperature is reading 38. I'm beginning to believe that there is probably a bad ground that is feeding part of this engine control module. I think we have bad ground issues on this. Engine speed was 0, vehicle speed was 0, engine runtime it hadn't run at all, throttle sensor voltage maximum, and these were all reading 0, motor okay, there's other stuff, but I'm not sure it's very important. The total distance traveled, does it match? Yes, it matches exactly what is on the instrument cluster. You can't see it, but it is at 96,282 kilometers. I can't run the engine right now, of course, because the injectors are off the vehicle. So I'm going to go back and also read codes for the trouble codes for the other systems. ABS. Lost communication with the four-wheel drive module. But I can see the four-wheel drive module. I found this vehicle ripped apart. And the four-wheel drive module is right here. It's on the vehicle. Maybe someone unplugged it before, and the ABS module took offense to that and set the code. I'm going into the airbag module. Find out why the airbag light is on, airbag lamp, warning lamp. Right. Open circuit in the, it is squib on the other side. The squib on this side seems to be good. All the other codes are history. The current one is for the squib on the other side. Just for the hell of it, I'm going to erase these codes because I already saved them before. So I'm just going to erase these codes and see if this P1906 comes right back. Yes. Yes. Now it says there are no fault codes and the ABS warning lamp. Oh, one code came back and the lamp came back on. So yes, we have it's reporting an open circuit condition in that squib. Yeah, it's not giving me much data, so I'll step out of that. That module is not giving me much data. And the combination meter, instrument cluster, I want to see what's wrong with it. Lost communication with the engine control module, but the engine control module is also right there connected, and you saw the data we managed to pick from it. So I'm going to erase this code and see if it comes back. I believe it was set someone, you know, this vehicle has been all over. Some other garage or workshop touched it, and I think we went unplugging and plugging things back and setting codes, and that code seems to have disappeared, so the instrument cluster doesn't have issues right now. So I'll go back to engine control module. Now, ABS control module had a code for complaining about communication with the four-wheel drive unit, so I'm going to erase that as well. Let me look at the fields from first. Vehicle seems not have been moving. but the brake, the parking brake was on, stop light was off, so I'll just clear the DTC. Ford didn't seem to have come back, so those were caused by someone playing around with the vehicle. So we have codes, we still have codes in the airbag. I don't know if the customer will allow us to deal with it, but I'm more interested in the fault codes arising out of the engine control module complaining about the throttle, the accelerator pedal position sensor. So I'm going to plug the accelerator pedal position sensor back now, and then delete the code and see if they come back. Okay, sensor is plugged back in. I'll go back to the engine control module. Trouble codes. And delete those. Yes. No fault codes detected now. No fault code detected whatsoever. I'm going to go into live data to verify that the sensor is actually responding the way it should, and eventually I may put an oscilloscope on this just to prove that there's no signal, that the signal is not falling out on this APPS. So the data I need is for accelerator pedal position, okay. I'm interested in the green, mostly in the green and red traces, because this sensor has two channels. Ignore the blue one. The blue one will move according, I think, to the average of what these two sensors give. So I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this, to show you this, while I don't know if you can see that. Okay. This signal is starting from about I think one channel begins from a high voltage and goes down. That is the red trace, and the blue one, no, I think both start from high and go low. Wow, I was wrong. So they start from low and go high. And now I have released the accelerator pedal, and I'm going to depress it again slowly. I have a problem with how quickly the calculated total APPS position is from the computer. I have a problem with that. Is it possible that the signal, because what I'm seeing here is a processed signal from the computer, so maybe it is missing, maybe there is a jump, maybe the accelerator pedal position sensor sensing potentiometer. A section of it is worn, and I cannot see it because I'm looking at processed data, so I'm going to need to put an oscilloscope on this. At first it looks very nice, but then I don't like how quickly it jumps while the signals are smooth, but the total calculated process reading is jumps suddenly. See that? Repeats that again, and I'm releasing it now, and it does all of that suddenly. I'm not liking the sudden fall. This portion here, no good. This is okay, but that is no good. It's okay. It's okay now. It's okay now. And boom, that jump, I don't like that jump. This jump here while the signals are still climbing smoothly. I'm doing another reading. See that? Seems to repeat it. So the next step is going to be I'm going to bring the oscilloscope out in this case, because it looks like the sensor is good, part of it is good, but because it's a potentiometer, a section of it seems to have been worn or shorted or something. So I'm going to step out of I don't think it has any trouble codes. It wouldn't set trouble codes with that, but I now need to verify the APPS signal. Okay, no fault code detected right now, so I'm going to get the oscilloscope out. Next step. Okay, I've got the oscilloscope on the first channel with Derek's help. He's going to depress the accelerator pedal position for me. So go ahead. And as we can see, the first channel seems to be normal, responding normally. There are no dropouts. And I think he's pushed it to the maximum. Release it slowly now. Again, I'm going to depress sample. Yeah, so his signal slowly goes back down to about 0.7 volts, which I think is okay. Let's go to the next channel. Okay, we are now on the second signal. Yeah, go ahead and depress it slowly. You can see the signal rising steadily. It has reached as high as it can go, and we are going to release it slowly now again. Slowly. That's okay. There are no signal dropouts, so that confirms the sensor. The entire circuit is working properly, although I have concerns with the ground, especially from what I saw on the temperature, the difference in temperature sensors between the IAT and the engine coolant temperature sensor with a vehicle that has not been, an engine that has not been run for days. They should be at nearly the same. They should be reading nearly the same. So I have a feeling I need to look at the wiring diagram to see if they have different ground connections. We may need to have a look at the ground connection. But as far as the pedal position sensor fault is concerned, I think there is no fault on this vehicle, and there is no reason why the accelerator pedal position should be changed. When I set out to shoot this video, that is, or to do this troubleshooting, that is what I wanted to prove, and that's proven. So we move on to other things. When the injectors are back on the vehicle, we shall see how it runs and take that from there.